Good evening, everyone. Wow, it is after midnight. I am not going to be on late. I'll just give a couple of moments for you guys to get in. Yeah, because of the time. I have been out all day, and um, after having I spent some hours driving and being outside, and I thought, you know what, I'd come home and it was in the evening. Um, it must have been, wow, it was probably after like 7 o'clock. I said, okay, I'll come in. It's been so hot. Took my dog for a walk. And then I said, let me take a shower and I'll just, lie down, take a nap. When I did that, geez, I must have needed the rest because I said, okay, I'm not going to set any clocks or anything. And I ended up um, taking a long, late nap. And then when I woke up, I looked at the clock and I said, is it really after 11 o'clock? Yes. And then I said, oh my goodness, am I going to come on still? I almost, put up one of those posts on my community wall saying I'm not going to come, you know, beyond tonight. But, and then I turned to my computer, and for some reason, I'm trying to get into like one of my files, and I can't get in, and it's like, wow. Not that I can't. It's just like I've got to reorganize some things. So I'm here just for a few minutes, and I just put up, Unwind with Teddy Night Talk, and I was going to put up, one of my D's, like D for delay, because um, I still have not heard yet from the court. No. And now it's going into Wednesday. Will be week number 4, plus we are going into, holiday weekend. So I don't know what's going on except, sometimes, and I keep saying this, but now I'm like, okay, um, yeah, I'm patient, I'm waiting, and that's really all I can do, right? Wow. Shout out to the mob, all my other bears. I call the grizzlies and the honey bears. I don't expect, let's see, who's out there in the. You mean Vicky Black is out there? I'm so sorry it's late. I know. For those of you, I'm sure it's past your bedtime. And so my clock is off now because I took a nap. But I can't stay on like really long because it's going to mess up, my whole tomorrow, or it's tomorrow now, or it's today. How's everybody been doing? I have not watched today's like videos or anything like that. Not really. I can see a few came on, but yeah, I had some other things that I was doing. Hey, so Junebug, I'm going to start from the bottom. Junebug, Foxy, Sharon, Fiva, Latoya, Vicky Black. Who else is out in the bear cave right now? Yeah, good evening. Good evening to you. Let me throw you up there. Yeah. I don't know what your clock is like. Yeah. Some people, I don't know how they do it right now. hmm Um, even, being up like during the day and then stay up all night. I don't have insomnia at all. I've never had that problem. But sometimes you can throw your clock off, and I think that's what I've done. hmm So, do I want to talk about anything? It's so late. Hmm. I do have my Gatorade. How's the sound? Let me check my headphones. There's no music, right? There we go. Yeah, just jazz right now. Sound is good. Hmm. All right. So, what did I miss today? What have I missed today? Or it's actually a new day. Um, it is, isn't it? Should I just go? Baby Juju, there you are. I was just kind of waiting. Like, my moderators, my apologies because of the lateness of the hour. Let's not stay on. Maybe another 12, 15 minutes. Otherwise, I'm going to throw everything off. Yeah. So just want to maybe just come on and say hello, let you know I'm doing all right. I haven't heard from the courts yet. And rather than getting into anything lengthy, I just wanted you guys to know I'm fine. I just, I just took a nap and it was rather long. It was hot today. And yeah. Sharon says I didn't watch anyone, but I see it looks like Maggie did a live. I didn't. I didn't even watch. Yeah, yeah didn't watch any of that. I didn't watch anything really. Mm-mm. Yeah, no. Would be nice, just come on and talk about something totally different. Yeah, yeah. Um, I'm in this holding pattern. I am. And the only thing I can really make of it is this is the complexity of it all. And perhaps um, the magistrate is reviewing, you know, this with the district judge, but that would only be a guess, and then the backlog, yeah, maybe the court, but yeah. As you know, she responded to 63. Yeah, I know. Sharon said, no news is good news, hopefully. I mean, I can think of it maybe like this. If the judge wasn't, considering, like weighing things and really taking her time and reviewing everything along with, it's not just my case, there's others. You know, and also, um, you know, criminal court. I mean, this is a civil matter, so I don't know um, what else, you know, has come into the courts. And federal courts sometimes, federal judges, magistrates can even get, very backlogged. And I'm dealing with two judges, a district judge, Levy, who just ruled because it was proper for her to do so. And on 63, and I'm thinking that, was a substantial um, brief. It had lots of exhibits. And then, I don't know, right after my brief was filed a few days later, then the defendant filed this 29 pages of what's called a supplemental response to show cause, to mine. And it's like, so I did just peek at that today because I had decided, look, I'm not going to read the defendant's supplement to mine's right now because what? But I did look at it just briefly today. And so I'll tell you this part of the brief, right, that I submitted. So in order to show cause and answer, the first question was that of personal or service, proper service. And then there's personal jurisdiction. So one of the things that I did is I made a telephone call to a registered agent in Delaware. All right. And I spoke with an individual whose name is Nancy. All right. And I recorded the phone call. Okay. So that I would have, at least a record evidence if I needed it. All right. And I asked her, questions. And one of the things that she told me was after her asking, I'll just say the conversation went a certain way. It was, professional. That's what it was. It's a business phone call. But one of the things that she told me was the account name was that of Danny Robertson. She was able to verify that. Well, among other things that she told me. So I put that in my brief. And then, again, I hadn't looked at the defendant supplement brief to my brief. And it appears that she contacted, at least this is what she says. I have not read it all, and I have really not discussed any of her brief, but I'm just telling you this part. It's almost just at a glance. just at a glance, in opposition to what was told to me. I'll just say that, or points. I don't know if she recorded the phone call because I didn't even bother to read everything. I just glanced at it because, to be honest, I didn't want to. I don't really want to focus on anything she has to say at this point. So I'm like, but that part. If you think I believe, you know what? Let me just, I gotta take a look. I have to. I don't know. Should I do that? You know what? It's 12:27 because if I take a look and start talking about this, um, let me just. I want to see, since now I brought it up. I should have just posted on the community wall. See you guys tomorrow. Let's see. Maybe I saw it on her declaration page because I was just glancing through this. Of course, I look at this. This is where she spent her time arguing that she wasn't properly served. So let's see. I don't know if it was a phone call, but probably, yeah. It would have been. So she mentions that it was on June the 6th that she contacted Delaware Corporate Headquarters, which is a registered agent. Let's see. To verify the status of any registered agent or mail services associated with the business name. Let's see. Let me just glance at it. She basically shows what she's claiming to have canceled her service back in 2023, all right, at the registered agent at the end of the year. Okay. Danielle was served. Um, one, I'll just go back to mine. So when YouTube, um, you know, if someone um, files a strike against another channel, you submit all this information to YouTube, right? Then there is a counterclaim and so forth. In order to keep the videos down, uh, the claimant must file a lawsuit. Right? I filed a lawsuit, and you have to notify YouTube, and you have to, stay focused. Thank you. I am. That's why I just decided to close that. And you have to show YouTube that you filed, a, a lawsuit, and I did. And as part of that, I had to show them the summons or send them the summons and complaint as proof of it, the receipt, everything. That was on the 23rd of December. On the 24th of December of 2024, YouTube notified Daniel Robertson, that I had filed a lawsuit along with the summons and complaint that she received. That was the first notification. Right. She posted, to her YouTube, and it's still up. It's still up. A very angry response when she learned that the channel, the videos would remain down. She knew that there was a lawsuit because she had the summons and the complaint sent to her by YouTube. Of course, she's going to be quiet and deny, anything. Yeah. There's a lot in all of the filing, the briefs that she has submitted, that John Doe has submitted. Yeah. Yeah. There's a lot of questions. I can't really, like I said, I don't want to talk about maybe some things that I know or, because I just need to wait. Yeah, I'm not going to really talk about any of her responses. I just told you that one, but I didn't go into that much of a detail about it. Mm-hmm. Yeah. It is predictable. Yeah. I mean, how many times, just in general, how many times have anyone on this platform dealt with things that she said and known, and it's not true? Yeah. And this is a pivotal point. Yeah. It is. This next step. But what I was going to say, when I was talking about the judges, all right, so being busy and all that. If it was if she was going to dismiss it, if it was just, open and shut, by now, I think, but I don't know. This is just, by now, if it was that easy, She could have just dismissed the case. But I don't know. Yeah. Mhm. And then mix in everything else. So I don't know what is being reviewed in my case. Yeah. I know my document is lengthy, right? And then the document that came behind it is, so you've got about almost 150 pages. Mhm. Uh, let's get rid of this Brad person. Just delete this comment. There you go. All right. I did. I'm not even going to. Yeah. There is so much I could say, but it's 12:38. Right. I'm patient. I am steadfast. I am focused. Mhm. And y'all know what I'm dealing with. What kind of person is deeper than we even know. Mhm. All right. No, I am not going to telegraph my moves. Thank you, baby Juju. Yellis, block, gone. You know what? I didn't get a picture. I just deleted the comment, right? Is that what I did? Um, they have a lot of troll pages of their own. And there are at least a handful of others that also have troll pages, multiple troll pages. Mhm. And so the other night, and I'll just say this, and maybe I'll just say goodnight. So the other night, um, after my life, so this person, someone, sends an email. Okay. Sends like 2 emails. And then today, they also sent another email. Mhm. Yeah. This one, I just moved it to the trash. I moved it to the trash along with the others. Yeah. Yeah. If you think it's you, it's you. I've said that without saying a person name because it's a troll. I know it's a troll. And typically I can, like recognize recognize by now, like this one I don't want to open. I just look at the header. Yeah. Mhm. But sometimes they play like super like tricks. If it's not an attachment, it's like, yeah. Yeah. But, stay focused. That's what I'm going to do. But I did bring that part up because this is why I'm just going to, this is why I haven't read the 29 pages, right? I just read the title of it. I read, I know the number of pages, and I went to like right to the end to look at any declaration or, like summary or anything. And then I saw that. I'm like, okay, of course they're gonna, come with a rebuttal. Um, because that would be a rather strong one, right? If I've spoken to. Yeah. Not if, but I have. But I did. And then it's kind of interesting, and all the same people she was able to speak with Nancy. Okay. It can be subpoenaed, but we've got to get to the next step, right? I know the receipts that I have. And so, if anything needs to be challenged, I've got my receipt. Baby Juju says, wow. Yeah, pretty obvious. Yeah. And it would be pretty obvious, that was just something like they saw my response. Yeah. And they can put whatever they want. Mm-hmm. I want to see some receipts of all of these things that they've said, that they haven't, that they are, all these accusations. I really want to see some receipts. Yeah. They've just put so much in, but they don't put in receipts. Mm-mm. And I think they know the receipts I'm speaking about. Yeah. Yeah. I just won't get into it right now. Just like, mm-hmm. Also, one of the lines, not in the brief, but they say they are clever. Uh-huh. Yeah. That goes along with being smart too. But that was a word I didn't use. Yeah, she said, I'm clever. Uh-huh. It seems like this person has been at this for some time. This is not something that is new. I'm talking about even, time has passed. I'm talking about before we were aware that they came to this, platform. I really think that they've been around. Mm-hmm. Yeah, at least before, that June when Miss Tolbert came on Nosy's platform. Yeah. And I think they were in contact with others. Yeah. Because I've seen evidence of that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Under different aliases. Yeah. It's the writing style and some other things that seem to point toward. And there are others absolutely involved. Yeah. Some that I can't really say. Yeah. I can't really talk about it. But yeah. Anything else before I say goodnight? Because the longer I stay on, the more likely I'm gonna say something that I'm gonna say like, "Gosh, cut the mic." Just I'm sitting on it. I can't talk right now, not the way I want to. Mhm. Who is? Let's see. I'm gonna go out to. I'm gonna do one other thing. I'm gonna go out and outside of the studio to the chat. I want to see to the channel. Make sure that to the there we go. It's muted. Yes, you can email me at unwinewithteddy@gmail.com. It's time to say goodnight. I just wanted to look at someone's comment. Hmm. Oh. Yeah, thanks everyone for your support. But now it's time to say goodnight. Join me sometime tomorrow. Um, I might come on in the morning. Not very early, but I might. Yeah. I don't think there will be a meltdown of this one. So I will probably, if I come on, it will be on, live. All right. So I'm going to say goodnight. Biggest bear hugs go out to all the Grizzlies. Please hit the like on your way out and join me sometime tomorrow. Thanks again to my moderators, Baby Juju and Vicky Black. Yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm Teddy. Good night.